Formula. If you had to tell somebody what a formula is, it is the what? Peter.
Process of solving problems.
Said in Peter's own words, it is the process for solving whatever there. In human words, Peter, that would be the instead of process, let's just say the way to solve a problem. And I believe for right now, we're going to jot down 3 of them. I think did we do the whole formula sheet, or was that 6th grade? That must have been 6th grade since nobody's jumping in. We've got a couple formulas. First of all, one of them is to find the area of something. The formula for the area of a something was what? Area of a rectangle or a square is, what do we do? Area equals length times what? Times width. But rather than writing out the long words, see, the math people do like to make your world a little bit easier. They just go area equals L times W. To find volume of a prism, remember what that was? Right, length times width times height. And again, rather than writing all that out, we just do area equals L times W times H. And the other one we have is perimeter. Now I'm not so sure you'll remember this one. Got a neat third. The formula for perimeter is, anybody? Well, if you're given a rectangle, let's look at this here. And this is 6 inches and this is 8 inches. How do you find the perimeter of that? How do you find the perimeter of that? Nick?
Length plus width plus width.
Okay, you kind of had it there, but the math people make it a little bit tougher. Rather than doing length plus length, they say length plus length is the same thing as 2 times the length, because you have 2 lengths. I don't know why my thing's getting a little slow here. Must be doing something. Plus 2 times the width. So the formula, you can write this down, perimeter equals 2 times L plus 2 times W. So those are the 3 formulas we're going to work mostly with right here. And you just need to have those written down, and they're just, actually you should like it because they're just, oops, where'd that come from? Okay, because they're just ways that are to help you do easier things. So here's one, make sure you have this one. Maybe we'll make it, what color should we make it? How about a nice chartreuse? Make sure why not. So we've got that formula. We've got this formula. I'll make that nice pink again. And we've got this formula. Okay. And when you come up with problems on your paper, ladies and gentlemen, you will write the formulas down. Did I do something wrong? You do what?
For volume, you put.
Oh, I did put it in there.
Oh, that's what
That would be a good fix there. Here, volume. Sorry, make this a B. That's like, you know, I thought I was wrong once before, but I was wrong. You probably won't get that. So, now, I need you to sketch something for me, see the best you can do. We are going to do a 3-dimensional room. So do this with me here as best you can. Remember, pick your pencil off the paper for every new line. So here, it's going to look like this. Let's make it in the color of draw myself a nice little rectangle that looks like this. If I can get this thing to draw. Here's a rectangle here. Now, just lightly, please, try to make this same exact rectangle over behind this here, like this. Please, things start drawing nicely.
Let's go off the right.
I'm trying to think why. I might have to start a new page here. It might be frozen there for good, I don't know.
Alrighty. You can just use the chalk. It's like frozen screen. Oh.
Here we go. Draw a nice rectangle here. You already got this rectangle. And then draw another rectangle the same size behind it here. Nice and light for right now. And then connect these lines here. Now you really can't, the ones in the back you shouldn't be able to see, but we're going to put, this is our room actually. Here's our room. And we're going to put a doorway in. I'm going to make a nice yellow doorway. We'll put a doorway in right here. Here's my door. And then write down these dimensions here. 12, 10, and 15. 15, 10, and 12. Now, if this is our room, and if you look at my classroom here, you will see there is stuff around the bottom, right here on the drywall here. We call this baseboard, okay, that goes around the bottom like this. We'll just pretend that it goes through the door. Anybody know why that baseboard is there?
To keep it steady.
Why is that gray piece of rubber wrapped all the way around my room? There's a couple of reasons. Yeah, but why does it make it look any nicer than if it wasn't there? Okay, one reason is if you took that off, you'd see the bottom of the drywall, and the drywall is not always perfectly up there, and it doesn't look real good because it's not all perfect. The second reason it's there is exactly because if you're walking by the wall, sometimes you get a little close and you kick it, and this stuff doesn't show marks like if you hit a painted wall would. So there's two reasons there. Now, if I were to ask you how much baseboard, let's make this in feet, how much baseboard do I need? How do I figure that out? And again, going back to the three formulas I gave you, area, perimeter, and volume, which one of those formulas would tell you how much baseboard you're going to need? Which one of those tells you the distance around the bottom and the outside of my room? Calvin? Perimeter. So for the first question, how much baseboard? And again, if the book asks you this is what I need to see on your paper. First of all, you sketched it. Then you write down the perimeter formula. Perimeter equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. We'll put those in parentheses just because. So I need to see this. Those of you that don't want to be poets. Okay, and then you just need to fill in the blanks. Perimeter equals 2 times, what is the length of my room? What's, by the way, the difference between length and width is? Length is usually the longer side. So the longer side here is what, Alexa?
15.
15. Perimeter equals 2 times 15 plus 2 times the width, which is 2 times 12. And then you can do what is 2 times 15? 30. And what is 2 times 12? 24. So when I add 30 plus 24 together, I need 54 feet of baseboard. That's the first answer on my room there. Okay. Now the second question I have is, what if I want to buy, I don't know why I want to do this, but what if I want to buy carpeting and I want to carpet my floor, which is the bottom down here. Here's my floor. If I want to figure out how much carpet I need, What formula do I use for carpet? What am I asking for? When I go to the store, I'm going to tell them I need how much, and how do I know how much, Gary? Right, I want to know how many square feet the bottom is, or the area. So if I'm asked that from the book, I do area equals my formula, length times width. Fill in the blanks, area equals, what's the length? 15, what's the width? 12, and then I'm going to have to do that multiplication. 15 times 12 is, looks like 180. 180 what? Anybody know? Right, feet squared, or square feet, either way. That's how much carpet I need. So now I can carpet my room, I can put baseboard around my room, and the last thing I want to know is, in order to heat my room, in order to figure out how much hot air it would take to fill up my room, okay, filling up my room, what kind of formula would I need for that? The only one we haven't used here is, Peter?
Volume.
Right, I need to know how many cubic feet my room is. So volume equals what? LWH. By the way, in math, children, when letters are right next to each other, that is multiplication. Okay? Letters right next to each other are always multiplication. So when I do this problem, volume equals length, 15, times width, 12, times the height, 10. Those things all get multiplied together. And I've already done 15 times 12 over here, so I know this is 180. What is 180 times 10? Does anybody know? It's a tough one, Zam. 1,800. And that is what unit of measurement? Cubic feet or feet cubed, because I'm looking three-dimensionally. Cubic feet or feet cubed. So now you can go home, build your own room, and figure out how much carpet, baseboard, and heat you'll be able to use to do that. Perfect.